Okay, today is the 27th of April, 2020, and I want to look at the future of North Korea. The future of North Korea. Ask my ancestors, helpers, spiritual helpers, the spirit of the tarot, spirit of wisdom and truth, to convey what the future generally is of North Korea, because I do think Kim Jong-un, as you probably by now come to understand through my other videos, if you've watched them, that I think he's definitely just lingering and going to, if not hasn't already, passed. So I saw lingering and passing. He just won't rally given this surgery. So I saw him like for a time, and that he was undergoing a life review. So I do believe he will pass, if he hasn't already. Now, North Korea. Let me see what the future of North Korea will be like. What is the future of North Korea? And we ask the ancestors, spiritual helpers, to help me to read this clearly, accurately. This is the past, future. Okay. Okay. Well, I definitely see it going into the hands of a woman right here. The Queen of Swords. I think she's a it will be interesting to look at her. I need to really look at his sister. I think it's she's something like that. Well, I'm not going to trip on her name right now because I'm not remembering it. Damn it. But I believe his sister, the one that he tried to get rid of. I mean, God, this guy is like killing family. He's like Caligula. Frickin' Kim Jong-un. And I believe it goes to his sister. I believe that she is on a sense of a defense in the future. I do believe there will be people that do not want her. She will be having to fight somehow, or show her strength. That to me, here she is acting very swiftly and with a great deal of power. People that are trying to come at her. And I believe there's a great deal of mourning, confusion, problem with the society there, because they've become so brainwashed, with having Kim Jong-un as their God, basically. So she's going to come in with a great deal of firmness. And maybe, I don't know, I still don't, the people are going to be, I think, in like hysteria, kind of grief. And we see the recent past, there has been this brainwashing. Here we go with the and confusion with the Seven of Cups. And the Ace of Pentacles or coins shows issues with trade, shows issues with goods and food and just basic economy. That people, the Five of Pentacles, are off very poorly. There is a great division between the well-to-do and the rest of everyone else who's, scrambling for a crust of bread. And this has been the way it's been. So this is a real shock to the people, and they're not, first of all, they're hit with a great deal of grief because they've been brainwashed into putting a great deal of their energy and investment emotionally into this leader. So I'm getting that she comes in with a take no prisoners attitude, and the society is in grieving and confusion and unravel to accept that he's gone. They did this too when one of, like, his grandfather, I think it was, passed and stuff. But it will start to go in a better direction here with the Six of Swords. I'm hopeful than they have known. Yeah. There is an offer. There is some new time for this country. Because I feel like this, like, almost like angel of mercy, seriously, going, you people have, like, damn, here's some help, and maybe she's going to be somebody that other leadership can work with, but she's got to be very, very strong, and I believe that she's certainly capable of it, and very possibly inclined toward learning. I don't think that she's this to me would indicate that she's at least shrewd. And the book in the hand, I wonder if she's an air sign. Doesn't matter. But she is fond of information. She's fond of learning, I would think, and I think very literate. So I'm curious about her. I'm really curious about her. Before I was just like, oh, yeah, friggin' North Korea. But actually, I just kind of want to know a little bit more about her. I hope that she's certainly not going to be like, it already looks like it with this card. I just find it, we've heard nothing but bad news about that place, especially with the death of Otto and all that. And, North Korea is going to start to pull out of this past energy of economic depression and not being a society that has a good anchor to true reality, that they're given this idea, of course, as they've had that I don't know if she'll drop the God thing or not. That they basically, this worship, if she's going to be that type of person, she'll certainly want to keep the power, but there might be a little bit better circumstances for these people, seriously, ahead, and I think she might actually do some positive for that country. There's the Ten of Wands, but here with the 10, which of the major arcana of the Wheel of Fortune, this is so significant because this country has been kept helpless by its leadership, made helpless, rendered helpless, can't even think for itself, helpless, and just kind of there. But this is now coming to an end. This is now coming to an end. Yeah, and the World card. Okay, so that's another card that symbolizes the end of a cycle. North Korea is at an end of a karmic cycle, and it really is going to change. Perhaps just initially, kind of gently, steering in a different direction, but you're going to see change. And I believe the sister will have to, she'll, I think she's going to show that she's strong and tough and you don't mess with her. And I believe that she pushes that country toward one that is better for the people and better for the country, that they're not just stuck with a crappy economy, that they've kind of remained, as I've said, in this dream world, that they don't really know what's happening. I don't know if she's going to let them completely know, but I think she will open up the country a bit more to help generate some income. I don't know why I'm saying that, but here I'm saying that. Moon and Four of Cups. Though it's an end of this hardcore cycle, I get, of secrecy and cover up and being kind of in the shadows, kind of like a shadow, a nation of shadow. It's just not, the leaders got all the people just like they have. So, that's going to change. And all these people dying here. And the Four of Cups just being because somebody's bored or unhappy but not willing, perhaps hadn't been willing, Kim Jong-un, to make the changes that were needed. I don't think she wants this pattern to continue. I think she wants to become a leader in the world and to make her nation actually thrive with that Nine of Pentacles. I think she wants, though the Emperor is here, I think she wants to be the leader. Yeah, look, here's the Emperor. She's like, time's over. Step aside. I think she's going to be the one now in control with that Magician. Also, this shows me, I feel like Kim Jong-un, how he treated his sister. It's interesting. There will be people that are not. Wait a minute, what is that? She's going to get rid of some of the people that were, I believe, really hardcore supporters of his. Sorry. I'm getting that. She's going to make them leave. That anybody that's kind of been a holdout, I think she might even, might be an indication that she will change some of the people that are in the cabinet, because she's not going to, not everybody that I think is, she's just not going to want everybody that was serving for her brother. She's going to keep, I think she's intelligent, I hope, enough to keep people that are capable of doing a good job. That will have to be assessed. She's going to, I think, definitely going to have to figure out who's capable of doing this job, who is not, and who is willing to basically be loyal to her and work with her, but not like her brother, not like that, not like what it has been. Yes, there are people that are in that government yet in posts that she thinks are caused her a lot of suffering in her past. And I think these devils will be cast out from government. Three of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. And I think somebody else she picks that she can work with and that will work hard is brought in. So they're one to watch, that's for sure. This country, North Korea. And I believe that there is a male figure here that is either going to show himself as being very much someone who does what she asks him to in his role as a job, that he take care of. I'm feeling like the cabinet that serves her. So I feel like this man kind of falls into that role. She would have good energy mixed with this kind of sign, a fire sign. And again, not that either one of these two, that has to be their sun sign, because we're made up of more than one. But we won't go into astrology too far here. Just say that they have these traits, fiery traits of air. And so because of and there is an affinity between air and fire, they understand each other. This could be somebody that deals with the military posts and things like that with that sword. I got a flash. And I believe making some of these people will not want to go, may resist. And there's actually then though, but there's like, gone, get out of here, you're gone, there is also people that have grown to brainwashed into ineffectual. They go. We will see a restructuring of this country. 5 of Cups, there is mourning, grieving, loss, and Ace of Wands. I think somehow for people getting a woman, they haven't had how it's been. What they've had the grandfather, and then they had Kim Jong whatever, and then Kim Jong Un. So they haven't had a woman leader in a while, and I do think this is kind of jarring to them because they've been brainwashed so much that even though she's a member of that same family, it feels to me like I'm feeling like a bit of resistance from people that really supported him, and most certainly would be probably in, depending on their nature, they might just go, oh, it's Kim Jong-un's sister, that's great, that's fine. Some may do that, but there might be some that worked more closely with him, and maybe those especially to try to deal with her the way that she was dealt with, she's definitely coming after them. And this will be happening while new changes are occurring. And so you're going to hear about a lot of different things going on there, and a restructuring of and personnel, and big changes. There are going to be people that really do not like these changes. It is the end of the world to them. The choices, having these choices all of a sudden, because there's such a, they've lived the way they've lived in such a brainwashed way, and being deprived, it's a little too much for some people, I feel like. And for other people, they want to know more about, they want to explore these new things. For women in particularly, that's a Queen of Pentacles. There's just been so much cruelty emotionally to these people that they just kind of don't know how to react. They just react. And not always in a way that it's like it's traumatic type of response. So they don't even know how to channel. You'd think that with all the brainwashing, because they've been taught to think a certain way and channel their thoughts a certain way. But this emotionally just, I think, for some people, is just a shock to the system. This opening up of emotion after having been treated so cruelly. They're used, and they're going to have to adjust to not being so confined, so isolated and unaware. So they have, then again, imagine a collective that has been so insulated from the rest of the world, suddenly having the scales on over their eyes tugged away and off. It's overwhelming to them at first. And some people are going to really like that. Other people are going to be kind of shocked for the moment, not sure what to do. Other people will not like the change that she brings. But in truth, she will be bringing better things for that nation. So there you go. North Korea, the future, one to watch, very interesting. Now I'm going to have to do a reading on Kim Jong-un's sister, so that I'm not just referring to her at this moment as Kim Jong-un's sister. All right. See you guys in the next video. Hope you're having a great Monday. Bye. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget, if you haven't clicked subscribe, please do. I get a lot of people who are watching that aren't subscribed and watching the full length of the video. If you haven't, please do subscribe. Hit the like button, the thumbs up. It helps us content creators so much if you guys do that. And thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time to watch my videos and interact. And I hope that you are doing well.